Hey, fellow Ristopians, welcome back to Ristopia. So you can see the title of this video, Invicta, God tier, Rolex alternative. Yeah, straight off the bat, it is a little bit clickbaity, but I hope you like the video. Stay with me. Hopefully it'll be a good one and get me over 400 subscribers. I'm not overly, obviously the more viewers the better, I guess, and hopefully it's helping a few people and people are having fun. It just gets a bit boring at 300 and something for a while, so it'll just be nice to see the 3 change to a 4, and I think this one's going to do it. Yeah, it's provocative, it gets the people going. Just some housework. So last couple of videos I've done with a couple of polls, and the results of the polls are in. So God tier, I know what God tier is, Casio, now Invicta, but yeah, what was it, High Street Holy Trinity. The winners of that is Rolex, Omega and Grand Seiko. 69% of the votes. I keep my hands moving about, what can I show you so it doesn't get boring? 69% of the vote. Yeah, I think that was you know, pretty predictable. Highly affordable high horology was, well, 29% of the vote went to my choice, which was Casio, Seiko and Invicta. One of those votes would have been mine though, so that's not really fair. But I can't work out the percentage, but in the comments, a lot of people ticked other. I think really it was Citizen. Where's he gone? He's up there. Citizen. So really, I think Seiko, Casio and Citizen really won the highly affordable Holy Trinity, right? I'm not going to say that anymore. So where are we now? We've moved on, and I mean, my suggestion of Invicta being in the highly affordable Holy Trinity, you know, it prompted some nice comments from some viewers. Thank you very much for those. And the gist of it was, don't be embarrassed about Invicta. And what we have here, if I can play around with the camera, is my new Invicta 8-slot watch case box thing. You know, it's nuke proof. It's waterproof. It's water sealed. It's got an automatic. It's upside down, but it's an automatic pressure release valve there. Oh, how cool is this? Let's turn it the right way around. So let's have a look. What's in the box? Let's get this camera to go down a bit, if it will. There we go. Maybe we can see. We can see what's in the box now. It is. So 8 slots, and they are filled with 3 brands of watches. Can you see what it is? Yeah. So right. So the title, a little bit clickbaity, as I've said. Invicta, God tier Rolex alternative. So I'll let you know how I got to that, and then we'll talk about Invicta a little bit. I would like to. So basically, Casio is God tier. G-Shocks, I've got my Casio Wave Scepter on. Casio is a brand, God tier. There we go. Let's do a pits maneuver. Nice and slow, Ristopia. Keep it slow. Oh, it's a bit reflective. But yeah, this is the one that Jody had on Jody just one more watch Jody had, and I saw that I wanted a Wave Scepter, and I went for the black and gold. Adrian Barker said, what did he say? He said something about black and gold. 2-tone watches, black and gold was a guilty pleasure, and I agree with him. I've got a little bit of gold on my Grand Seiko, but yeah, there's a bit of gold on this Casio. So my first, so this is a solar. The reason I've got this out is because it's another solar that I've got, and I had an issue with my one of my G-Shocks, my big bad boy G-Shock. I'd left it in the dark and it went dead. It does have power save was on. I got it going. It's all perfectly fine now. But that's prompted me to make sure that all of my solars are out and in some sunlight. I'm getting some new shelves up there soon, so they can go up there. Anyway, so that's what I've got. So where were we? Start from the beginning. Casio, so Invicta, God tier, Rolex alternative. And the way I've got to that is Casio's God tier. Casio. Casio God tier. G-Shock is a Rolex alternative. So what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of guys that have Rolexes, you know, will wear a G-Shock on a day off, shall we say? You know, if they're going to the London, they'll wear a G-Shock because they feel happy with the G-Shock. They don't feel that it's a kind of, you know, a bad thing. Not that anything is a bad thing, but you know, let's just accept for the purpose of this that quite a few guys that are Rolex guys have G-Shocks that they wear because they're big and, you know, big and chunky and stuff. So going on from that, I believe that an Invicta is potentially a mechanical G-Shock. They're quite similar, you know, big gaudy, you know, not too expensive. You can kind of do the same thing. You can wear that to the London if you don't want to wear your Rolex. So yeah, so that's how I got to that. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below. But that's where I've got to. But really, I just wanted to buy this case and show it off because I love it. And they do a 50 slot on wheels, but yeah, they haven't got. Invicta are having a sale on their site. I know they always are, but you know, it's I think it's a sale at the moment. But yeah, I'm trying to get hold of potentially of the 50 slot on wheels. But for now, I do love my 8 slot. Right, so where did we got? That's how I've got to for the title of the video. Now, so for the love of Invicta, I've just come up with a few things on some paper over there, which I'll go through. I like Invicta, as I've said before. I just think that I like the Grand Dive particularly. I think it's a lot of fun. I've said that a lot of their watches are big and gaudy, and I don't like them. I mean, that's big and gaudy, but there are some real monsters, and I mean monsters in a nice way. But I quite like Invicta, and as I say, a couple of my, at least 2 of my viewers have said, you know, don't be ashamed of Invicta, and I'm certainly not ashamed of Invicta, as you can tell. I am an Invicta fanboy. Why though? I think they're fun. That was one thing. But just talking about the brand a little bit, we've got the history. I mean, it was started before 1900. I won't go into the history of them. You can look that up if you want to. But they were a proper Swiss watch brand. I know they're American owned now, but you know, it is what it is. But they've got a proper history. I think it allows a true love of watches. I mean, I love watches. I hope that comes across in my channel. We've got 3 brands here, but I've got other brands over there that you will have seen, and they vary in price from, you know, a £50, what's it called, Duro, you know, up to more expensive stuff. You know, people collect Invictas. Now, they're not mad, they just like doing that. They're watch collectors, they're watch enthusiasts. And I think it's wrong to, I mean, I jump about a bit on my list. I mean, one thing that comes up, I don't think really watch snobs particularly exist, but people are very snobby about Invicta, and I don't think that's a good thing. I think that a bit of snobby banter's fun, but actually being properly snobby about it, I don't think it's a good thing. You know, it's people don't really do it about other brands. They don't attack other brands in the same way that they attack Invicta. And I think that, let's get my gaudiest one out. It might be that one, but I'm not taking that out because I haven't modded it yet. And I think that, I don't know, I don't think that's a good thing. It doesn't sort of happen. I know it could be, you know, snobby banter and it's all good fun, which hopefully this video is if you make it to the end. You know, I think this is, it's lovely, isn't it? So let's quickly go through this list. So Invicta will have started off a lot of collections. I think they're a lot of fun. You've got to watch a shopping channel, Invicta Hour. If you're not a true watch enthusiast if you haven't watched. I mean, even Teddy Baldassar's, even he's done that and critiqued it. So yeah, you haven't lived, you haven't watched an Invicta shopping hour. I tried to find one on YouTube recently, but couldn't find it. There was one a while back. Envine or Irvine, it's an American shopping channel. But yeah, I think that's great. So I'm going to quickly go through my list. So I say starts a lot of people's collections. Embrace your fellow watch lover. Embrace your fellow watch lover. Don't abuse them. Don't be snobby about it. Just give them a wide berth if you don't like them. So I say started many a collection and still might. There are some good ones. That's right. That's what I was going to say. Now I like obviously my ones here, but let me see if you can see that on my phone. There we go. Now, these are Endura watches, as you can see at the bottom, and I actually really like these. I hadn't seen these before. All right, there aren't many Invictas that I would like from an actual, genuine, like, without all the fun stuff. But I found these the other day, so I didn't know these existed. These are cool. So that says Invicta Watch Pro Ladies. They're quartz. As you can see, well, I think they're really nicely. We've got a gents one here. So that's the gents Pro Diver, which looks very like the vintage Rolex. Doesn't feel like it, but it looks like it. You know, a very highly regarded Invicta. Probably the most highly regarded Invicta, to be fair. I think it's really nice. I think it's a shame that the lume's so yellow, and if they were bigger, whiter pips, I think it would be really good. I think they were really my only two things. Well, the lume pips are the things that I dislike about it. But it's meant to look like an historic one, so but it is what it is. But I think these are. Let me just get it up a bit closer. I think these are gorgeous. So they call them ladies Pro Divers, which they're 38 mil, so that's 40 mil. And these are 38, but I just think they're really cool. They've got Arabic numerals, or numbers as some people like to call them. I try and keep it professional on the channel. When I'm out and about, I say numbers, but on the channel, I quite often refer to them as Arabic numerals. And I think they're really cool, especially the blue one. I do love blue. So, yeah, I mean, you know, for if a guy wants a smaller dive watch, I think that'd be absolutely lovely. But yeah, so my point is that decent Invictas do exist, and there are quite a few. If you take the time to have a look, there are some nice Invictas. You know, it will get people started on their watch journey. So, which I think is an absolutely fantastic thing. Have I got any more notes on here? There are some good ones. I've done that. Yeah, they're proper watches. They're not wrist-based devices. So I think it's very difficult I think we should stop knocking Invicta in anything but a fun way. If anyone is, you need to stop it right now. So they're not smart watches. They're not, you know, fitness watches. The other thing, it's the last thing on my list. I think I've covered everything. The other thing is when you going back to kind of the concept of, you know, if I go on holiday, go to London, I wear a G-Shock, maybe, or an Invicta. It's fun. Just that kind of concept of having different. The lovely thing about having a collection of watches is that you wear different ones, and whether it be you wear a small one, then you wear a bigger one, or you wear a cheaper one and the more expensive one, that switching between the two, it gives you it reinvigorates your love and enjoyment of the ones that you're switching between. So, you know, the concept of having even if you saw this as you know, I see it as sort of a gaudy fun thing, but I do like it. But then when I finish with the gaudy fun, I go back to not necessarily this one, but it's probably the only kind of, I don't know, what would you call it, sensible, like mainstream watch in the box currently. This isn't the watches I'm going to put in this box, but I just did it for today's video. But when you go back to wearing something like this, or a Tissot, or, you know, whatever, this is adding to that enjoyment, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Well, I think we'll try and keep this under 15 minutes, because I appreciate it's not very, you know, visually, it's just a box with my hands wobbling around a bit. I think I've covered everything there. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Have I got it right here, or am I well off the mark, and are you going to abuse me in the comments? Whatever you fancy, let me know in the comments below. Yeah, well, oh, come on, you got to like this case, though. Come on. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Let's get that. Look at this. Oh, there we go. How can you not like? So it's got oh, I just don't know. It's got a rubber seal. There we go. Rubber seal all around there. So it's, you know, throw it in the water. Throw it in the sea. Yeah, I can see what comments are going to be made about that one. That suggestion. Look at that. It's just very tactile. It's just tactile, rather. You know, it's like a dual. It's very similar to DeWalt power tool case. It's got that manly, even if you don't want an Invicta, I bet you want one of these, don't you? Someone said that they bought one and they took the Invicta off with acetone. But or acetone, if you're in America, I really like the Invicta logo. I just, something about it, well, as you've seen, because I've had a t-shirt made for holiday, something about that, I just think it's cool. Anyway, I can't say any more. Let me know in the comments below. I need 19 of you to subscribe, please, so I can get up to 400. That would be great. But for now, have a great weekend. One wrist, live it.